What's going on, guys? So today we're looking at a Balisong. I've been playing around with this last couple days and I want to do a video on it. This one came from GearBest, although I did not purchase this one. This is kind of a Flightanium copy or clone. It's not a counterfeit. Counterfeits have fake logos and this one has just a random skull. If you've ever seen the Flightanium logo, it's kind of a cartoonish skull with like a butterfly, you know, set up, butterfly wings and stuff. This one is a little bit different, but I still consider it, you know, a clone, and I don't support stuff like that. Clones, specifically counterfeits, all right? Now, of course, this one comes with a random fake Benchmade box, which we'll talk about in a second here. But yeah, it was pretty cool to check out. I do want to talk about it, but I don't condone it. I don't condone buying things like this, but I do give my honest opinions on it. And as a trainer, it's not all that bad for the price. I think they sell these for $5 and change, or maybe $6 and change at most. So more times than not, when you have a sub $10 Balisong, whether it has a sharp blade on it or a trainer blade, they usually like literally fall apart. And this one seems to be one of the better ones that are out there. But there's definitely some problems. So first off, this is how it came. Of course, a lot of stuff coming from China is totally crushed. They use like, padded envelopes and stuff for things that really should be protected better. I really don't care about this box. In fact, it's going to be thrown out the second I end the video. They must have had a bunch of these left over because clearly this is a fake or counterfeit Benchmade box, which they completely taped up. Don't know why. But yeah, clearly fake. It's not genuine. This is how it arrived. Besides that, also a fake or counterfeit Benchmade sheath, although Benchmade never made any sheath like this. It is clearly just a no-name brand sheath which has their fake logo on there. Okay, so that's not really cool either, and which is kind of odd because this doesn't even have Benchmade logos. They're just basically recycling old crap. All the 42 clones and fakes and counterfeits and stuff, they're using the same boxes and sheaths for all of them. So I would rather have seen this come with nothing than this junk, to be honest. So anyway, on to the knife itself. Not a whole lot to talk about here. One thing I was actually kind of surprised of is the pivot hardware is not stripped. Usually that's the first problem you see with cheap Balisongs, is that it's stripped out. Also, as I turn this, you can see the bronze phosphorus washers in here. It's actually pretty smooth. As I mentioned, the logo before, it's just a random skull logo instead of the appropriate logo. So they're not counterfeiting it, although they are directly ripping off the design. So again, that's why I don't support things like that, because it takes the money, in my opinion, out of the pockets of the people who are making those designs. The finish is kind of a black wash, type finish. It does have the fake Benchmade spring latch on it, which is super noisy. All right, super annoying. But anyway, also I just want to show you, when I first got this, there's no Loctite or anything in there, and it didn't take too long to loosen up. I have kept retightening these screws just to keep it from falling apart, but I wanted to mention this on video that it created a lot of slop, enough slop that it will rub the handles, okay, which obviously it's not supposed to do. So I do suggest, if you're going to get any Balisong, regardless of brand or anything like that, if it does not have Loctite in the pivot screws, because this is a design that is constantly rotating, it's very easy for those screws to loosen up and fall out, and it can be very dangerous. The pieces can fall apart while you're flipping it, go flying across the room and hurt someone. So yeah, I will put some Loctite on here. This is not something I'm going to flip all the time. Just kind of interesting piece for the collection. You guys know I collect all kinds of Balisongs, from very nice, high-end, expensive ones, all the way down to the junkiest of the junk. I like them all for various reasons. The crappy spring latch does actually lock up closed, which is nice, so it functions kind of how it should, even though it's kind of junky. And then the open position, same deal. If you squeeze hard enough, it will actually function how it's supposed to. You can see it's sandwich style construction. The biggest thing that I noticed with this one in flipping is that these open channels just rub on your fingers a lot, so it tends to be uncomfortable. All right, when I'm doing anything where it's rotating in my hands, I kind of feel those edges. They're not super sharp or anything, it's sharp enough to be annoying and kind of rub. Also, which was pretty interesting, is this extended tang, which could be doubled, I suppose, as a glass breaker or something, or used in a closed position, like for self-defense, if that's your thing. I really thought that that would pinch, you know, when flipping, but although it doesn't actually pinch, even if you get high up, you know, to do rollovers and things like that, I've never been pinched by it since using this. However, in some positions, I'll feel the side of my finger rub on it, okay, and it is pointy enough where it becomes uncomfortable. So it's not the most comfortable flipper, but from a construction standpoint, I don't think that it's the worst, especially, like I said, for $6, let's say $7 at most. It's actually pretty awesome for flipping for $7. Now keep that in mind, it's $7. It's not an awesome flipper in general, and it's a total piece of crap garbage compared to, you know, a real genuine quality Balisong. But among all of its brothers and sisters in the crappy Balisong world, it is probably, you know, towards the top of the list there. So anyway, just a random video on this particular one, just because someone sent it and I was playing around with it, and I was pretty impressed for what it is. Overall, it's not very impressive, but again, comparing it and being fair and being honest about what it is, it's not that bad for that $7 price tag. It's very hard to find anything that's not going to fall apart for $7. So thanks again to the person who sent it. I appreciate it, so I could check it out and you know, give my opinions on it and stuff. But like I said, I don't actually buy anything like this because I don't support people stealing designs. I do draw a line between copies and counterfeits. Counterfeits are super wrong. Copies are still wrong, not as bad, but hey, look, people come up with different designs. They deserve 100% credit of that. It's not right that someone, you know, randomly somewhere around the world is making money off of their ideas, and that's basically what that is. But it happens with every single product all around the world. Anything that's popular, someone's making a cheap copy of it, you know, or trying to, you know, mimic that because it's popular. It's just something that happens. It's not just the knife world. Obviously, you see it with every single thing out there, you know, any kind of product. So that's all. Thanks for watching. Hope you guys have a wonderful day. I will see you tomorrow with another video. Take care, guys.